You're not bad with money. You're playing the wrong game. Have you ever looked at your bank account at the end of the month and wondered, how is there so little left when I did everything right? You worked, you earned, you paid your bills on time, you didn't gamble it away, you didn't make reckless decisions, and yet nothing really moved forward. So maybe the problem isn't that you're bad with money. Maybe you've just been taught to play the wrong game. Let's take a fairly typical situation. You're in your late 20s or early 30s. You live in a decent city in the US or somewhere in Europe. You've got a stable job. You earn, say, $4,500 a month after tax. Now let's quietly walk through where that goes. Rent or mortgage, $1,500. Car payment, $400. Insurance, fuel, maintenance, $300. Groceries, $500. Utilities, phone, internet, $250. Student loan, $350. Subscriptions, small lifestyle costs, $200. Eating out, social life, $400. You're already at $3,900. That leaves about $600. And from that $600, you're expected to save, invest, build an emergency fund, maybe travel, maybe upgrade your life a little. So when nothing significant happens financially, it doesn't feel like failure. It feels confusing. Here's the part most people miss. The system you're operating in quietly assumes that your income will rise fast enough to outpace your lifestyle. But your lifestyle doesn't wait. It upgrades immediately. A slightly better job becomes a slightly better apartment. A pay raise becomes a better car. A bonus becomes a vacation. Nothing extreme, nothing irresponsible, just normal. And that's exactly the problem. Because the game you're playing rewards spending upgrades immediately, but delays wealth building indefinitely. Let's isolate just one piece, the car. A $400 monthly car payment over 5 years is about $24,000. Add insurance and running costs, and you're easily at $35,000 plus. Now imagine that same $400 invested monthly with a modest 7% annual return. Over 10 years, that's around $70,000. Over 20 years, it crosses $200,000. Same money, same person, completely different outcome. But in the moment, the car doesn't feel like a financial decision. It feels like a life decision. And this is where it gets uncomfortable. Most financial decisions aren't about numbers. They're about identity. You don't just buy a car. You buy independence. You buy comfort. You buy proof that you're doing okay. In modern Western society, your lifestyle is your signal. Your apartment says something. Your clothes say something. Your weekends say something. So even when you're responsible, you're still optimizing for how life looks and feels now, not how it compounds later. And no one really points this out because socially, this behavior is normal, even expected. The issue isn't one purchase, it's the pattern. When every income increase gets absorbed into lifestyle, your financial baseline keeps rising, which means your stress doesn't go down, your flexibility doesn't increase, and your dependence on your job quietly grows. 10 years later, you're earning more than you ever thought you would, but you still feel like you can't stop. That's not because you failed. It's because the game you were playing was designed that way. People who eventually build wealth don't necessarily earn dramatically more at the start. They just play a different game. They don't immediately convert income into lifestyle. They delay upgrades longer than feels comfortable. They treat fixed expenses with caution, not pride. And most importantly, they see every recurring cost as something that competes with their future. Not morally, not emotionally, just mathematically. To them, money isn't just something to spend well. It's something that can either stay active in their life or leave it permanently. So if you've been feeling stuck financially, it might not be about discipline. It might not even be about income. It might just be that no one ever showed you that there are different games being played. One game is about keeping up with life as it expands around you. The other is about quietly building something that doesn't depend on constant effort. Neither feels extreme in the moment, but over time, they lead to very different places.